First of all, right, I don't watch Kendra G or really much of Joy Taylor, but what Kendra G just said is partly true. I mean, even in the Bible, it speaks that a man should leave an inheritance for his children, which means that a man should have something of value, something to pass to their children. That's kind of a purpose of a man. Let's see what else that Joy Taylor has to say and disagree with, since they're just passing down bad genes, right? Sometimes part of a legacy for some people is the family that they create. Hmm. Mm. All right, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going to have to go here. All right. This is coming from a woman who was married to somebody for a year, right? I think he was some type of professional player, right? Some type of professional athlete. She was married for only a year. It didn't last that long. And the takes that I have seen of Joy Taylor, they're just all man bashing comments. So this is definitely a woman who has had a very bad experience when it comes to relationships, probably based on the men that she has chosen in her life. Um, I'm a person that thinks the same way, right? I have two daughters, right? And my legacy is going to be my two daughters. I am working my tail off to provide them not only with just certain things and assets, but also with the knowledge and the experience that their father has went through. I'm trying to pass down things to them to make their lives easier when I am not here so that they can understand that their dad cared for them, even though I wasn't here physically. That is a thing of a man that a woman just can't understand. Men do things for their family because that means everything to them, right? His name means everything to them. And as she sits up here and this woman who's trying to school her on something says, well, men do things for legacy. She goes, oh, legacy, please spare me with that, because you don't even understand the purpose of a man. You just don't get it. Right? Either she has been spoiled with her experience or she's not in touch with reality. But there are men that literally live for a purpose, right? I have a purpose in my life, right? I am married. I have two children, and I have been blessed to be able to do a lot of things in my life. And I want to pass these things down to my children. That is important. Those things come into decision making when I do certain things because of my children, because of my legacy that I want to leave with them. That means a lot to a man. Not to a woman, possibly, because she may not understand that. Some women do. But a woman like Joy Taylor, who at one point seemed to have been married, divorced, and then in some type of Fox scandal, allegedly, with the creative director down there slobbing up some stuff, allegedly. I don't think she values men, to be honest with you, right? This is one of those I don't need a man type ladies, but when it comes to them getting older, they start feeling like, you know what, I need a little companion. There are some very disciplined, faithful men out here and determined men. And legacy means a lot to them. A lot. To her, she may not understand it. She may think that it's some man trying to be, she's talking about building castles and all these type of things. She doesn't even understand what that means. She's talking about passing down bad hairlines and this and that. Like, you don't get it. You just don't get it, lady. And instead of you maybe sitting back and shutting your mouth to listen to what someone else has to say about it, which I believe Kendra G might be a mother. She's maybe trying to get her to understand something beyond her very minimal experience or whatever. Like, she seems like she doesn't understand it. She doesn't get it. She just wants to bash men. Every single video and clip that I've seen of this woman, she just bashes men. However, she gets online and she tries to like be all sexy and stuff to get all this attention. Attention from who? I bet you're trying to get attention from men. I don't like when, see, men don't try to tell women how to be women and about the things like how to be a mother, right? Those are not arenas that men should step into, right? We just want to see a good mother. And when we see a good mother, we know that because we could see that she's very active in the child's life. She takes care of them, right? She does their hair. She's very ladylike. She's very involved. We just want to see a good mother. We're not going to tell you how to be a good mother. But it seems like there are some women out there that want to tell men how to be men. And how can you do that when you don't even understand us? You think that we are just A and B type creatures. We're just simple. You don't even understand us on a logical level, like how we are and what we like, and you don't get us. And when you when you meet a real man who cares about certain things, he's going to tell you no to some things that you really want. Are you really ready for that? There's a lot of man bashing that I see across social media. Some valid. I'll give you that, right? Some is valid. And some of the things that I see are just complete nonsense, such as Joy Taylor's take. Doesn't even make sense. You're not even listening to what this lady's trying to tell you. You're thinking this is some ancient thing we're talking about. But maybe you need to, wake up and smell the coffee and stop dating the men that you date. Because let's be honest, some women make terrible choices when it comes to men, and then they think that all men are that. No, just the men that you choose. Just the coffee that you like is bad. And it does piss me off a little bit because it's just like, you don't understand. You don't get it. You don't get it. But this woman also was married for 1 year. So I wonder how well that went. How well your decision making was. Anyways, let me know what y'all think about Joy Taylor and her take on legacy and how men are just basically nothings, right? I just, when I see stuff like this, it makes me cringe because it's like, this woman doesn't even listen to what is being said to her. In fact, I'm gonna play maybe like 30 or 40 more seconds just to see if I'm wrong. See? How are you gonna tell people what to do with their legacy? This lady doesn't get it. She doesn't get it. And she doesn't want to understand. She's just up here just talking and talking and saying a bunch of nonsense. Wow. Wow. Let me know what y'all think about Joy Taylor's take on legacy. Do you agree with her? Do you think that some men, are just full of it when it comes to legacy and it's just some type of, cool talking point? Or do you believe that there are some men that care about legacy in their family? I'm going to leave it up to y'all, man. All right. I'm going to see y'all at work. See y'all on the next video.